Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Ericson Presents Mixing Tutorials. Today I want to give a update video on two things. One, I want to talk about the CLA-10's so I can give you a full update since I've bought them and I've been mixing lots of songs with them. And I also want to talk about the Sonarworks room correction software. And I'm actually just going to play some audio and I'm going to turn the correction on and off. I'm just going to use the camera and hopefully you can hear the difference. Let's see what we got here. So what I want to actually talk about is, for those who probably don't know what the NS10s or the CLA-10s can do for your mixes, that's who I'm gearing this more towards. One thing that I noticed about mixing in the CLA-10s, which are known as the white cone speakers, which the originals are the NS10s, for just so you know. One thing that I've noticed, that if I spend majority of my mixing time in these speakers, and I can get my music to sound full in these speakers, then they translate very full outside in every other place. What I was noticing before is that when I was mixing with the Atom Audios and the subwoofer on, my mixes were actually a lot thinner than I would have liked them to be. Obviously I was I was undercompensating because I was hearing a lot of the bass frequencies in the room, even with the correction software on. So I dedicated all of my energy around these white cone speakers. That was just, I said, you know what, let me just see how full I can make a mix sound inside of these. And they have translated very well into full mixes. So I would recommend buying these. These were a great addition to the studio. As a matter of fact, if we're gonna just be honest, the Atom Audios, if I had to choose between one of my speakers, I would not use the Atom Audios or the Mix Cubes. I would just stick with the CLA-10s if I could only pick one. But every speaker has its usage. So that to me is probably a good thing to have if you actually can get some NS10s or some CLA-10s. So I'm going to talk more about the room correction software. So I actually put the room correction software on the CLA-10s as well. And I guess I'll let you hear the difference. Hopefully you can hear the difference. Let's bring it closer to the verse as soon as the computer stops saving. All right. So this is without the correction.
I know it's what we do, and I know there's chemistry between me and you. You say it feels right, I'm telling you and me it's so wrong. I know this ain't what you used to. I just don't know how to love you.
Right into it.
I know it's what we do, and I know there's chemistry between me and you. You say it feels right, I'm telling you and me it's so wrong. I know this ain't what you used to.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I want you to be able to hear it, and I don't want the break to be in there, because you might miss it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my hand closed when, actually I'll use this hand. I'm going to keep my hand closed when it's off, and I'm going to open it when it's on. Close, off, open, on. Close, off, open, on. All right, we good? Okay, cool. So we're going to start with it off.
I know it's what we do, and I know there's chemistry between me and you. You say it feels right, I'm telling you and me
so that's the CLA-10's. So let's pull up the Adam audios. I gotta load up that correction. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Oops. Gotta pull it back up. Okay. So once again, I'm gonna play the Adam audios without the correction, and then I'll play the Adam audios with the correction. So once again, without.
I know it's what we do, and I know there's chemistry between me and you. You say it feels right, I'm telling you and me it's so wrong. I know this ain't what you used to. I just don't know how to love you. It's not that I don't trust you, but you just gotta move on, baby girl. I'm just trying to be real with you. Tell no lies, yeah, having it.
So as you can see, when hopefully you can hear it. But when the correction software is on, the mix becomes fuller. But the only reason why the mix is becoming fuller is because I'm mixing with that correction software on. So it's fuller. So when I mix, I'm mixing to make sure the music sounds full. Now, had I mixed without the correction software, I would have tried to get my mix to sound the way it sounded without the correction, and then once it would have went out of the room, it would have translated differently on other car systems or radio systems. So that is the beauty of having this correction software, because if you can mix with it on and then you can sound good with the correction on, then obviously when you bounce it, you turn the correction off and it just translates across the board. It's pretty self-explanatory. I have realized that it works. I mean, there's no other way around it. It works. So anyhow, I just want to kind of touch on that today, just as an update on these speakers and the correction software. I really feel like the speakers were probably the best purchases. As far as the mixer board goes, I use it. I don't use it a lot, but I do use it. Did I need it? No, I didn't. I really didn't. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't need it, but I wanted it, and sometimes a want is good enough for me. So anyhow, I will catch you in the next video. Please hit the like and the subscribe button and the bell notification and all that stuff. Stay up to date. Like I said, I'm gonna try to crank these out more. So
Home tomorrow. You know you got me, girl. Tomorrow, girl. I like the way that you move, the way you shake your body.